Sweet, crazy conversations full of half sentences, daydreams and misunderstandings.
Never do anything by halves if you want to get away with it. Be outrageous. Go the whole hog.
It is a truth universally acknowledged that a zombie in possession of brains must be in want of more brains.
James Baldwin once said, "You think your pain and your heartbreak are unprecedented in the history of the world, but then you read." We need stories to understand ourselves and others. Books have been written for centuries, spanning every topic and notion you can think of, from ancient religious tomes to Darwin's scientific theories to the literary works of the Bronte sisters. Yet our world has changed vastly in that time, and literature must compete with the vast variety of social media and streaming platforms that govern our attention. The average teenager now spends 4 hours a day on their phone and up to 2 hours a day watching TV, with many spending only 20 minutes a month reading for pleasure. As we approach World Book Day, I wanted to spend some time considering the benefits of reading, to encourage you to change some of those statistics, step away from screens, and embrace what some term the life-giving power of literature. The first key advantage to reading is that it stimulates your imagination. To read is to fly. It is to soar to a point of vantage which gives you a view over wide terrains of history, human variety, ideas, shared experience, and the fruits of many inquiries. It is intellectual curiosity at its best. Not only does it stoke your imagination, allowing you to become an innovative thinker, but it opens your mind to the possibilities of the world around you. It is impossible to be close-minded and be well-read. Albert Einstein considered imagination more important than knowledge, and with good reason. It is the cornerstone of innovation. After all, how can we progress if we can't imagine how something can be improved? Alongside widening your perspective and feeding your imagination, reading gives you the tools to become a better speaker and writer. The vocabulary you glean from reading will transform you into an articulate and elegant orator. There will be no one who can best you in an intellectual debate, and you will find you are capable of deeper thoughts and of forming more complicated arguments than you ever dreamed possible. Wherever your life may take you, whatever obstacles might be placed in your way, it is likely that the world you find yourself in will be one of language. In the workplace and in society more generally, issues are not solved by who can shout the loudest. They pivot around who can present their case in the most logical and concise fashion, who has the better argument. If you are one of the 35% who have not read a book since primary school, then you are at a clear disadvantage. But reading is not just a cerebral activity, it is an emotional one too. We read to know we are not alone, to cultivate our empathy for others, and improve our emotional intelligence. The writer and rapper Akala is vocal about how he found solace in reading, feeling that it is through the memoirs of others that he has come to understand his own cultural identity. This is true for so many people, including Alex Wheatle, the best-selling children's author, whose life story has just been made into a drama by acclaimed director Steve McQueen. Alex is clear that reading turned his life around. When he found himself in prison at the age of 18, an older mentor impressed upon him the importance of reading. The book he put into Alex's hands changed his life and allowed him to cope with childhood trauma and abandonment. For Alex, reading was an emotional and healing experience. The therapeutic value of reading should not be underestimated. It provides a form of escapism that's more intense than any other art form, and as such it can be beneficial for one's well-being and mental health. It is to your brain what exercise is to your body. Finally, reading adds to your knowledge, and knowledge is power. It is important to know when someone is using rhetoric to persuade you of a certain viewpoint. To be able to ascertain when a legal policy might impact you negatively, or to be able to challenge the way something or someone is being represented through language. If we are not readers, then we rely on other people for information, people who may have different agendas to our own. We ask others to explain theories, to tell us whether we are being treated fairly, and ultimately to tell us what to think about different issues. If we do not read, We cannot do this ourselves because we're not literate enough to understand all aspects of the argument. If we do not read, then we're no better off than someone who cannot read. It is because books are powerful that they are routinely banned. It is because they promote individual thought that many countries try to stop persecuted communities from learning to read. And it is because they offer a variety of views that the Nazi regime took to burning books in the streets. There are 130 million books in the world. Every single one offers you an opportunity to learn not just about the world, but about yourself. I hope you will take the time this week to explore some of them.